Hello, welcome to episode number 19 of Daily Market Mastery with me, Christian Rauchenwald, on this rainy Wednesday. I hope you all had a great week so far. Sorry for not having any streams throughout most of the week. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit under the weather. Let's see how today works out. I'm feeling a little bit better. Unfortunately, not yet as well as I would love to be. Anyway, as always in Daily Market Mastery, we're using Elliott Wave Theory or the Elliott Wave Principle to try to determine the movements of stocks and indices in the markets. And usually we pick something from the economic calendar to look at. Today, I think we're going to look again at something that we recently checked out. And before we do that, however, let's not forget the usual disclaimer. Everything that I share in this live stream / video, if you're watching it later, is my personal opinion and in no way financial professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. That said, or in other words, it means that basically I'm doing my own research here. It's what I think makes sense for me. That doesn't mean that it makes sense for you. And obviously I might be wrong here and there, which I'm perfectly fine with it. And can live with it, but you might not be able to live with those decisions. So yeah, like don't just blindly do what I say or what I think is right for me, but ask yourself, is it also right for you? And yeah, like consult other sources. Yeah, you know the drill. Anyway, with that, let's switch to your desktop. What we're gonna look at today, I think, is Domo. So there I'm not logged in yet. Yeah, so Domo, if you recall, blah, 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 Domo, if we look at our portfolio and the history, we opened the Domo position recently and closed it with, on average, 14.5% profit. And we said, circling back to Domo here, we said that basically, hey, it looks like, so we actually, we entered, or I entered Domo, yeah? So when I'm saying we, I actually mean me, yeah? And so zooming out further, so we see a big, yeah, it's loading still, yeah, but yeah, that zooming out went a little bit too far. Just gonna have a sip. Don't forget, stay hydrated, guys and girls. Yeah, so it's still loading, yeah. Anyway, so we see a big wave 0, 1, 2, so that 2 comes here, and we are saying, okay, we have the space channel here, so that huge channel that we see. So if this is really 0.2, well, then we are on the way to slowly over the next couple of years go up here to a new all-time high. Yeah, so okay, let's buy this. Yeah, then we actually ended up buying where it says here that small wave 4, and at, I don't know, 14. What did we have? 14. 1427, 1434, and okay, now it zoomed out. So we have this big 1, 2, and we think like, okay, if that's the base channel, and we'll go here. So risk-reward ratio is great. So let's do this. And then we actually ended buying here. Yeah, so 14 something. And then as we check again, we see, hey, we're here. Oh, that really works out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's sell here because now we will have a correction that takes us down to 1360-ish. Yeah. So that was the idea here, that we go down to like this, ABC to 1361. And so I set the alert to 1375. Yeah, now, and if we look now, we basically, my alert triggered yesterday. We haven't been at the 60 line yet. We would expect 3073 based on this, 1360 based on Fibonacci, and let's double check what we would expect here if we take a trend line to connect this here for wave A, because in a zigzag, wave A and wave C are very often identical. So 3077, and looks surprisingly almost, so especially this ABC pattern here, surprisingly almost on the hour. So basically, yeah, at the beginning of the next day, we actually went a little bit lower. So here we would have 37.7. So now there are two things. So the question is, first of all, yesterday, unfortunately, there was no condition to do anything. So I did not make the buy, which I can now officially regret, since Domo opened 5% higher today already. Yeah, so 5.5 by now. And as we're talking, we are potentially missing out. Now, if that's the case, if that here goes back, if that's the case, and then wave C would basically end here. So that was the low point, 1368. 1377, yep. So, which would then mean that on a smaller degree, we would have here yeah, like from here, so from here we would have a 1, 2, and now we would wait for the breakout from this channel here to give us a 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so let's make sure that all of that is on the same thing. Yeah, and we have to adjust this channel here because that base channel would be different. That Fibonacci, okay, let's make sure that this, okay, so, and then that channel would actually be 0.0, which is here. Wait, 0, 1, 2, yep, 2 would be here. So that would be now our base channel, and we would obviously expect a breakout from that base channel. And yeah, like, so here it's basically, and in terms of how far, what would be our price target, let's get rid of that and get a Fibonacci extension instead. Extension, there we go. Yeah, so at least here the 20, and then however, yeah, of course not in quotes today or tomorrow, yeah, but that would be the next thing here, that we say, okay, hey, we are going to at least the 138.2 or 161.8, and that obviously would be decent profit. Now, if we were to trade that now, again, I regret that I didn't have a stream yesterday, because otherwise we would have, you know, I mean, it's already too late, but if we were to do that now, and we would say our stop loss would then be at 13.68. So we have a 6% risk, and our take profit would be at 20.68. We would have 42% potential reward. Or 22.83, 22.83. Just too good to pass, yeah. So okay, I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna re-enter the position at, yeah, like, again, we missed already the 5% for today, but it is what it is. So this way we have actually 6% to almost 60%. Okay, so position opened, unable to set order rejected. Okay, cool. Why do you reject my order? Let's try this again. 250. What did we say? Stop loss 16.68. What? 13.68. I'm an idiot. Yeah. And take profit 20.68. Okay, that one now filled. Okay. So with that, we have a new Domo position. Again, it would already, yeah, like, no point in like wondering about would have, could have, should have, blah blah blah, which means now we have another 1.3% in Domo. This time my position is smaller, so before we had 2 positions and 2.6% in Domo roughly, but this time my position is smaller because, again, like, if we see the breakout here, so if we get a breakout here, we can definitely go and buy more, which means I can definitely go and buy more. But until that happens, yeah, so that could still turn out to be a different corrective pattern or wrong. So yeah, unnecessary to overdo it here with the risk. Yeah, again, I regret, but it's like, yeah, there's no point in being sad about missed opportunities. So it's really just, yeah, can't help it. Wasn't well enough to stream yesterday or to do anything on the market. So as a result, we did not get to do this yesterday. Yeah, now I'm actually gonna quickly look up. So we had for Domo, we had profit loss, and then we said, so then we basically had Domo again. So I'm keeping track of like what I'm saying will happen, so that there is some accountability. And the last time we talked about Domo, so we talked about it on the 12th of April. in episode number 12 of Daily Market Mastery and bought it, and then closed the position in episode number 14, which was on the 24th of April. And on the 24th, I also mentioned that I expected to drop. So, and today we have the 10th of May, and we are in episode, what did we say? Episode number 19. And yeah, so blah, blah, blah. Okay, that we don't have a trade right now. Yeah, so expected. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I'm not always right. We also had our positions in, now what was it, in Peloton that hit the stop loss, yeah, which were from episode number 11 to episode number 14. Now let's see how Domo works out. Honestly, I also don't even know, like I'm gonna check real quick on investing.com what kind of news there is about Domo, but okay, Domo director buys, that from April. Okay, that's like not relevant. Hedge funds, C-suits, blah, blah, blah. No, that's different. Domo receives investment bank rating update. That's from March. Okay, I don't see. And the technical analysis of investing.com says sell, sell, sell. Okay, we'll see how that turns out. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm also, yeah, I mean, would I double that position if we go down? No, I don't think so. I mean, we get 5% up, so either that positive sentiment will carry on and means like that gap will stay open for quite some time or forever, or by the end of the day we will actually have that position hit the stop loss. If it doesn't hit it by the end of the day, then I'm confident that throughout the next couple of weeks we make our way there. Yeah. Do I want to open up a new thing? Probably not for this episode. So let's quickly check out where we are with the rest. So in the Standard & Poor's, we're still moving sideways. I mean, obviously we moved up a little bit, but overall we're moving sideways. We're waiting for the big drop to happen, or the beginning of the big drop. So 1, 2, and then slowly a third wave downwards developing. Nothing to worry about yet, but yeah. Still, patience is the key. Same in the NDX. Shopify, we still have a Shopify position. Yeah, and our Shopify position is currently up 38.5%, because here we do the same. We said 1, 2. We can actually, for Shopify, real quick, look closer. Oops, wrong way. So, yeah. How can I up? Okay, I would like to have this. Okay, then we have to go on a different time frame. And then that moves here. So if we look at Shopify, that here looks like a third wave move. So third wave moves are usually the strongest one in Elliott Wave Theory. And now will you load? So obviously a huge gap or a relatively huge gap, and then movement upwards, relatively strong. We, by the way, bought Shopify. Okay, now we got more than we can chew. Okay, but I actually would like to, how do I best scale that so that it doesn't, okay. I actually would like to look at it from here. Yeah, so technically, if that would be, yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure if that checks out. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like weird here. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, 1 ABC, 2 blah blah blah, and 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't check out. So it's really tricky here on first glance. Question would be which wave we are in here. So that I said usually would indicate a third wave, and there we would have 3, 4, 5, for example, which means we might see a drop here. Just out of curiosity, we actually entered on the 16th of February our first Shopify position, which is back here. So no, that's March already, February, so back here-ish somewhere, 16th, 21. Okay, here we entered our first position, And then on the 30th of March, we basically doubled down, so a similar price level. And those positions are set now up 38%. So good so far. We'll see how that plays out. Would have been nice to see or to try to work out if we can take some profits here and basically. But yeah, I'll have to figure out how to scale this better to actually. There we go. Yeah. Logarithmic scale makes it possible. Yeah. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it would need to be a leading diagonal, which it cannot be. But however, that's on a bigger scale, so that can be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what would be our destination channel? Kennedy channeling technique, if that were indeed. If this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 being somewhere here, then our destination channel would be actually here to 100 something probably. So Fibonacci. Can also do that the other way. So for example, in which case would that here be 38.2, would be 90. Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll hold that. So I'm still, would need to look a little bit closer. It's not as clear cut as it is with Domo, but like I feel like that holding that definitely good idea. Now we also have a Disney position that we opened. We opened that one on the 4th of May, so just a week ago, and it's up 5%. So, and there it's no, that doesn't. Our Disney data here doesn't check out exactly. That was why we did Disney in Disney. We have labeled here, I guess. No, where are my Disney labels? No labels on Disney. Our stop loss is at 79, so that would indicate, 79 indicates this here, 79.07. Yeah, so that's our low point here, which means it's hard to remember all those things. Okay. Okay, so we are saying, okay, that is here, big 1, 2, and now we're in wave 3. So that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now running 1, 2, and the retracement checks out, and so that's our stop loss here. With our take profit somewhere in the 276, it's currently set there, which is probably why we have this here. Yep, so that we can. Yep, so our profit target 276, potentially 324.78. Can I even do that? 300? Yeah, that would also work. 324.17. Yeah, okay. So so those positions are doing fine. Our Black Knight Ink is still alive, but not going our way. So we're there at minus 11%. I would expect like that we're actually hitting our stop loss there soon. It's at 52. So there's not much room anymore. And our fourth position also doing reasonable. I mean, not doing great. There we are actually, if you recall, I mean, I didn't recall, but now that we see it, we're we're assuming that this is a triangle, and now basically that we will have the breakout from here. I can still move a little bit more sideways and so on, but we'll soon know if that's right or wrong, because either way, either we go down or we go up. If we go down, our stop loss should prevent, what's the risk there that we have? Our risk there is quite high because we have our overall stop loss here is wave 2. And I wonder if I want to limit that. So if I 1061, and if I change that 1061, then obviously our loss would be limited to 16%, and our take profit would then be then I need to replace that with extension. Where are you now? There you are. Would then be 52.99. 52.99. Okay, what? Yeah, okay, that's actually insanely good. Yeah, so yeah, let's assume we're right. So I'm gonna change that so it limits our risk from 60% to 16% of the 1 point something percent that we have invested, and gives us a specific profit target. So we can get rid of that one of the retracement. So basically saying, okay, yeah, if we fall below that 1061, then we'll abandon that position, and on the upper side we would go with the, what did we say, 52.99. Yeah, so that's gonna be an update here, so to reduce the risk and also introduce a specific goal. And other than that, yeah, everything else, I mean, GameStop is moving along. It's like, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Again, there's a separate episode about it that I made a while ago. You can find it on the channel. And I think I'm gonna call it a day or call it a day. Yeah, like, so we looked into Domo. We found our situation that, again, we would have found yesterday if it weren't for yeah, me not being able to leave the couch. And yeah, let's see if it pays off or not. Obviously, I mean, to be fair, it's also a good thing, because if we would have entered it yesterday, then our stop loss would be at 1159, which means our risk would be 1159. Our risk would be 20% compared to 7%. Yeah, so yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. So far, I think, yeah, there we already see, like, now Domo is bleeding. Not sure if I want to invest more now. So yeah, so we just call it a day before I do something that I'm not sure about. I hope you all had a great couple of days so far, and I hope you were able to take something away from this stream. As said, I'm trying to keep track of different positions that we enter and what I'm expecting and so on, so that over time we can actually look at my, in quotes, track record outside of my anyway already public track record. So if you're anyway wondering, yeah, unable to set order, I don't know where that was earlier, you can always just check my portfolio. There's a link in the description and the pinned chat to see my official track record. And yeah, so I'm gonna be curious to then eventually piece together a best of and worst of different episodes. So things that turned out the way I said or I thought they would turn out, and things that I got completely wrong. I'm especially curious about what was it? Not Domo, but oh, I forgot which one was it. Yeah, like, so. Whole block SQ. That I'm curious, because there, as said, my prediction is like counter to every analyst. While I think there were two counts actually, or I'm not 100% sure. So where my price target is actually $30, where every analyst says, hey, we're going to 150, and where I'm saying, okay, we could theoretically as wave B go to 150, but the goal, the actual, is $30. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Anyway, so thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and yeah, great returns, and then see you all probably tomorrow. I'm gonna do my best depending on how I feel, so we'll see. Just keep an eye on the channel, and you will see if there's a stream scheduled or not, or you make sure to like, subscribe, blah blah blah, so you get the notification if or when I'm going live. And yeah, so till then, bye bye guys.